Sup nerds, I'm Tom.
I'm Wes.
And I'm Aaron.
And today we're getting even extra evil in Villainous.
Wicked
the expansion
to
to Villainous. Yeah. Oh. Whoops.
If you haven't seen our thoughts on the base game for Villainous, definitely check those out because we're not going to talk about what we think about this game because essentially the game is the same. We're going to be talking about these 3 new characters and how we feel about them and what this expansion adds to this game.
The Wicked to the Core expansion adds 3 new characters that you can play as, and you can just buy just this core, the Wicked to the Core, and play it as its own game, as a 2 or 3 player game, which is a cool little taste of Villainous if you haven't already got the full game.
Or if you only have 3 players in your player group and want to check it out.
Yeah. Or, if you already have Villainous, then boom, you got 3 new characters you can play as. Each character is slightly unique and asymmetrical compared to all the previous villains. And, it gives you more to try out and more to try to do in Villainous.
Also, the colors are cool.
It doesn't come with a cauldron. This is the cauldron from this box. It's cool enough that we put it out there for this review too. You don't get another one of these.
So I'll go ahead and start off with my first complaint. Oh, we should have a little graphic. My first complaint. It'd be like, my first complaint! Some little thing. Anyways.
My first complaint is I have a popcorn kernel up in my gum and I can't get to it.
Dr. Facilier, which by the way, it's so crazy because when I saw that this guy was a part of it, I was like, what? Did anybody ever watch that movie? I thought it was the reason why they quit hand-drawn animation. They were like, hey, we're going back to hand-drawn animation. Then they're like, oops. These 2 have pretty unique abilities. I don't know if I haven't played every character in the base game, but I don't remember there being a specific to the character ability. Like she has poison, and he has that second deck, the fortune pile under here. But the Evil Queen has poison,
which is awesome.
Which is cool.
It changes the way you use your power.
Right.
Because you have to.
But they use the power tokens as poison. It's have power off your board for power, and then put them on your board for poison. So easy to just knock them over. I really think they should have just included 20 poison tokens. 1 extra sheet of tokens could have totally fit right in this box. A bunch of little poison tokens. Boom.
Especially because, or even if they made it double-sided, flip them over for poison, maybe.
Oh, the new power tokens.
Yeah, if you were that worried about it, because there were definitely multiple points playing with her where I was like, wait, is that poison or is that power? It's halfway there. Is it? You just confirm which one is it?
But that's pretty much it. Other than that, all the components are as good of quality as the base game. It fits in very well. I still think these movers look amazing and awesome and wonderful. Component quality is still dope except for that. I think that's one thing that they were like, should we include it? No.
I will say as well that Hades is it's a good character and it's very it's a good straightforward starter character to play because it's just you need 3 Titans and you need to move them from the underworld all the way to Mount Olympus. And there's a lot of Titans in your deck, so you're just trying to get them out there. They're trying to kill them because if you use the Titan to kill a hero, dude, I don't remember what it's called, but to kill vanquish a hero, you still lose the Titan. So
not if they have mortality potion.
True. But it's still just get them out there and move them over there. And it's good, straightforward. If you're starting off, it's a great character to play. But when you're playing with these other 2 people, I'm like, man, you've got another deck we're building and you're making poison and I'm just moving cards across the board. It felt a little bit it's kind of like Red Dragon Inn, where I'm playing with a base deck from the first or second version expansions, and you guys are playing with the side deck expansions, and it plays perfectly well, and you may win because it's so straightforward. But you're they seem like they're doing a lot more over there.
Yeah, the Evil Queen kind of feels like the other queen, the Queen of Hearts, because the Queen of Hearts you had to get the 4 wickets down, and then you had to make a shot through them and stuff. Yep. This, you need to collect 4 different ingredients. There's a bunch of ingredients in there, so there's duplicates, but you have to have the 4 unique ones to unlock the Dwarf's Cottage. So now you can actually do your mission of killing Snow White, but she has to be brought to the cottage, so either another player has to play it, or you need to get the box out. No, what's the box? It was the magic mirror. You can call Snow White out, so that's a way for you yourself to bring her out there.
Yeah, if we're
And then-
refusing to zap you.
Yeah, and I have no allies as the evil queen. Like, I can't fight. The way I fight is to turn my power into poison with that one unique thing, and then I have to play the take the apple, eat the apple. What's it
Take a
called?
bite.
Take a bite. Yeah. So like, hold out the apple, just take a bite, and it kills any hero as long as I spend enough of the poison to kill them. So it's like it's similar, but it's like a roundabout way of actually fighting. I can't just put allies out there to fight them. I have to gain power, turn it into poison, and then poison the heroes to kill them.
Yeah, you don't have the vanquish ability.
Yeah.
You'd be careful with that too, because there's a lot of other villains that have the like, if they get 6 power or more, this thing happens. It's not necessarily as bad for you, but it could be like good for us. So you have to be careful too, not to get too much power. You want to be continually turning that into poison.
I think Dr. Facilier might be the most OP out of all of them. I mean, they're all pretty luck-based, and I think you made a good point where you said something about he is, when you get the draw right, he's the most OP, but he's also more subject to having games where all the cards that you need are just on the bottom of the deck, and you just spend your turn doing nothing. But all he needs to do is, he has this second fortune pile that certain cards can be played in there. And there's a 1 card that I can play. I have to have another card in play. I have to have the talisman in play.
Yep.
And then I have to play a card that says the cards will tell, and I'll look into my fortune pile, draw 3 out of the cards, and flip them up. If New Orleans. If Rule New Orleans was in there, then I win, because I had my talisman. I looked through the cards, right, from my fate, the fate cards, right, because thematically I think that's like, they're kind of like those tarot cards or something.
Well, these are fate cards, though, so you can't call
Sorry,
them
not fate.
cards.
Fortune.
Fortune, but I think thematically it's kind of like tarot cards, right? So I got this talisman, and I looked through the cards, and it says I will rule New York. Yay!
New York?
Damn it! If I play the talisman, and then somebody else plays an ally of a hero of 3 or less power, that hero steals the talisman. But it has to be after. So I could have the cards will tell and the talisman in my hand and just hold them until I have enough power to play them both at the same time and go to the Voodoo Emporium, boom, and play both of them. Well, you can't actually play 2 cards at the Voodoo Emporium, but there is a cane that will let me use an ability adjacent, so that's what I did. I put the cane there. Okay, I'm here. I'm going to play 2 cards, boom, boom. My fortune pile is really small. Yeah, if it's 3 or less cards, you just play all of them. It's not even, you need to shuffle them up and draw. So,
And the only really way we can combat that as well is by fate cards that let us put cards into your fortune pile. So it could be one where, like, you just never, like, once we zap you with the fate markers here, you just, like, never let it leave you. And it's like, well, you can never hit me now. Right.
But the point is, this one I can definitely, like, sneak a win. I can just be holding my cards. Hey, guess what? Boom. There you go.
Especially, like, this one, where it's just, like, you guys see the Titans moving across my board.
Yeah, you're constantly aware of the progression there. And here, a little bit.
Yeah, but I do have a ton of Titans, though. So, like, there were a point where I had, like, 3 Titans on the board and, like, 2 in my hand. So it's like, you could try to trap them, but I didn't see much that could actually kill them. You could just slow them down, and then if I use them to fight, I could lose them. So...
If you use them, you lose them.
Even though he did say that, and I do think this expansion it's weird that they're so polar opposite. This one's super easy, and these ones are harder. This is arguably one of the easiest ones of the whole game, and these are arguably the hardest ones. But I actually think my favorite, if we're going to do this, let's talk about our favorites. Boom. Hades is probably my favorite, just because he's so easy, he's so simple.
Evil Queen, because Snow White and the 7 Drawers and purple.
Okay, so are you going to pick Dr. Facilier just to mix it up?
I haven't played him, so I don't know. I kind of thought Aaron would pick him because Aaron's so much into the, like, what if I get the perfect combination and crush it? I'm not going to pick a favorite. I think that they're all wonderful.
Well, if whatever we were talking about in this video, if you've gotten this far in the video, we're going to put a purchase link in the description box down below. Go ahead and get yourself a copy. We'll put the base game and the expansion in the box. Go buy the box.
Either way, subscribe to our channel so you'll never be bored.
Boom.